Morning, welcome to my Tireside chat. It is Monday, June 24th, yes. 6:30 in the morning, I'm on my way to work, bright and early. It is bright. Just had the summer solstice, I can talk. I need to do my talking exercises. Ow now, brown cow. Ow now, brown cow. The arsonist had oddly shaped feet. There we go. Yep, it's Monday, and I feel good today. Got back from San Francisco with the wifey. We left Friday around, we left town about 1 o'clock. Got there about 4. Had a fantastic stay in the city. Stayed at the Hyatt Regency in Embarcadero. What a lovely hotel. That room was quite nice. Fantastic view. We stayed in one of the high floor rooms. And probably the best thing about it was the shower. I did not realize that some of those rain shower heads go for like $600 or more. I looked it up after because it was like the best shower I've ever had. I mean, it's just like taking a bath standing up. And oh man, I went for a run Saturday morning. I ran from there down to the Bay Bridge and back, which was like a mile and a half. It was just beautiful, right next to the water. Got back and then took a hot shower, and that thing, it was just like heavenly. With the hot water on your back, like, yeah, I had to look that up. I was like, we need one of these shower heads at home. What have I been doing with my life? Just wasting it. And I found one on Amazon. I have yet to order it. That was like $100. That's supposed to be like the knockoff of the nicer brass $600 plus. Apparently some of them go for like $800 for a piece of metal that attaches to your shower. I don't understand the economics behind the shower head industry, and I didn't look into it that much further. Yeah, I'm gonna research that probably tonight when I get home. Come on, dude. Like 20 miles an hour down Blackstone. So yeah, we had a wonderful weekend. We didn't do too much, which is about what we wanted. We went to the Disney Family Museum at the Presidio. That was beautiful. Just the Presidio. I haven't been there. I don't know if I've even been there since I was a kid. But San Francisco is beautiful. Oh yeah, I'm going down Shields. I just changed my driving route recently. Again. Yeah, people give San Francisco a lot of crap. Especially if you watch a lot of right-leaning news outlets. I think all they talk about is homeless problems and drug use, which is definitely an issue. And I think it's probably worse in certain areas of San Francisco. And every large city has that problem right now. Just over the past 5 years. I keep saying this whenever it comes up, but I saw that even when I was going to Salt Lake City, because I think I first went to Salt Lake City for work in like 2017, and then I went back again, and it was beautiful. I was blown away. I was like, wow, what a beautiful city. And then I went back again in 21, and it was very apparent to me how much the homeless issue had gotten to be more of a problem. There's a big park near downtown Salt Lake City that this last couple of times I went was just overrun with homeless people, whereas there was nobody there before. So I think it's just a testament to how big of a problem it is nationwide. San Francisco has just been well known for it for a very long time. I mean, San Francisco's been known for it since I was a teenager. I remember I went there for a weekend with my buddy Ernie. And I was like 18. My dad probably remembers this. I won't go into too much detail, but I remember walking around Union Square back then. There was a ton of homeless people. I had one guy try to sell me heroin. I did not buy any, just to be clear. But it was a problem back then. I think San Francisco, to one extent or another, has always been that way. Maybe it's more widespread now. But it depends on where you are. So yeah, if you're in the Tenderloin district, when last we were there in 2020, March of 2020, right when COVID was breaking out, or about to break out, it was bad then. Well, that's where we were. We were in the Tenderloin. We went to go see. Yeah, that's when we went to see Hamilton. Yeah, it was pretty bad then. And we've been there a couple of times too. We've been to a few different theaters. We saw Waitress there. We went once to see Nick Offerman do spoken word. That was cool. Those were all at different theaters, I think. Anyhow. But, all that being said, the Embarcadero saw very few homeless people. I mean, there were some, but it was nothing like other areas. And even when, and I think I walked past one section of the Embarcadero where there were some homeless people kind of camping. There weren't like full-on tents, but they were there with all their stuff, and we walked by. You could see they were smoking their crack pipes and stuff like. But like, they didn't bother us. They never have. Like, whenever we've been to San Francisco, like those times when we were in the Tenderloin district, and like we walked around. I think we went to like Ghirardelli's to get ice cream, and on the way there and back, like we walked past different groups of homeless people like shooting up, and you're like, oh, people are doing heroin, like right there, just right out in the open, like nobody cares. And they didn't bother us. They didn't like they weren't like asking us for change or heckling us at all. They were just kind of minding their own business. And so yeah, is it troubling to see that? For some people, it's probably very troubling. But honestly, like, they're not hurting anyone but themselves at that point. So, I mean, whatever. But again, Embarcadero was, for the most part, was very clean, and it was beautiful. And you're driving too slow. We had a great time where that hotel was. You had the port right across the street, the ferry building, with all the shops and the restaurants in it, really good food. And Saturday morning they had the farmers market. And so I posted all these pictures online. If I were really taking time to edit these videos, I would be cutting to some shots of the farmers market and places that we stayed. But I'm not putting that much effort into it. I'm gonna stay in your lane, bro. The farmers market was super cool. do you want to do? And I was like, no, I haven't driven over the Golden Gate Bridge. I don't know if I've ever driven over the Golden Gate Bridge. We should just take a little excursion real quick. Why not? Let's go. And it's only like a 30-minute drive, and you can drive to, there's a lookout point on the other side. And so, yeah, we got the car, which, by the way, we used the valet at the hotel. It's hard to go back. I mean, well, especially in San Francisco, where, you know, parking's a bitch anyways. It's like they got to take it to a parking garage. I don't know, in that hotel or that situation, where you park if you're not using valet. Like, you have to drive it over to the parking garage yourself, and meaning you're paying, you know, $35, $40 a day anyways. And when you're spending that much on the room, it's like, what's another $80 total for 2 nights to just valet it? Valet is great, man. I'm never going back. I'll spend the extra money there. If it's like we've gone to Disneyland, and it's like Anaheim, and you know, the parking garage, you just get off the elevator and your car's right there. Then okay, yeah, there's no point. It's not worth spending the extra money. But there, I would recommend it. It's just easier. But anyway, so we got the car, and they brought it out to us. I'm like, oh, let's just go for a drive. And driving in San Francisco is like fun. I wish I had a stick shift. One of these days, I'm gonna get, like, I don't know, you know, a Roadster, a Miata, or something fun like that with a stick shift. And you drive around San Francisco. It's just fun as hell. Go through all the hills and people driving all crazy. But they drive crazy, but well, I say drive. It's kind of crazy. Like, you got to be quick on your feet, you know. But anybody that's driving in San Francisco, they're usually pretty good drivers. Like, I've said that many times. I think I would much rather be driving in San Francisco than LA. And every time I've brought that up, it seems like usually people tend to agree with me on that one. Sorry, LA. Not sorry. But anyways, yeah, it was fun. We drove across the bridge and went to a little lookout point, got some pictures. Man, it was cold up there. It was cold. Where we parked, and there was a lot of cars going up there. You go across the bridge and you get off, because technically that's 101. Let's see, do I want to just 644? I'm just gonna go to the office. Yeah, you just, like, as soon as you get on the other side, you turn off, and then you take a little side road, and then you go stop and you wait in a line of cars, and you're like, man, what's this line of cars that's not moving? And then you realize, oh, you're going through a tunnel, and it's only one lane of traffic, and that's controlled, and only, you know, one side goes at a time, one of those things. And then you drive around and you go up to the top of the hill, and then you gotta park, and there's just a ton of people, so there's hardly any parking. You have to park like on the street, and then get out and walk, like, you know, 500 feet down to where the lookout point is. And as soon as you come around the bend, and the wind just whips up and hits you, and Danielle was like, oh God, it's cold. She was freezing. And I just had my windbreaker on, and like, I was okay. You know, I do much better in the cold than she does. But yeah, it was beautiful and nice to go do that. So, and then we drove home yesterday and went from being in 60-degree weather to 108 here in Fresno. It was almost 50 degrees warmer. We got in the pool yesterday afternoon, and even the water was just too warm. I gotta sneeze. Oh, I think I'm just gonna end the video here. I'm gonna get out and go to work. Anyways, have a great week, everybody. Talk to you later.